Welcome back to the Olga S show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How are you doing? I guess anybody that wasn't on that bridge or that, can you imagine all the people that actually went through that Baltimore bridge? Like the person that was in the car that we actually even saw in the video, right? Seconds before that they missed a... See, I'm a very visual person, okay? Like, I don't just go, oh my God, and just feel it like I want. No. Like, I'm in that person's body. That's how I'm tripping all the time because everything is so real to me, which is why I'm very intentional about being a nice, good, kind person. Compassion does make it easier to be nicer, but when I get it going, especially when there's liars in the world, I get, see, it goes both ways. So, if you're happy to see me, smash that like button. I mean, if you like the content, of course, smash that like button. But you know what? We don't always have to agree. You don't have to like all the lives or all the content that I do. But at the very least, if you looking at me makes you smile, you got to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Awesome to have you. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. Well, for those of you who are new, and for those of you, the party doesn't get started until we have a proper intro so everybody's on the same page. Starting now. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. I'm spitting fire today, baby. I am spitting fire. And not spitting, I just can't find a better word. But I'm just going to, be on fire. But I know that I watch the skies. Like when some people get up in the morning and they watch the weather app, right? And they're always wrong because you can't predict the weather. Has anybody not come to that conclusion? Or we're still buying this shit that somebody can go to school and figure it out? Weather's spontaneous, unless, of course, governments, nefarious organizations illegally do things to our weather. That's a different story. And even they can't control it, pinpoint exactly. They lose control because, of course, try to play God. If you're not the creator, if you haven't been able to create everything, or let's just say my famous go-to is always, can you walk on water? Then sit down. If you don't know how to walk on water, sit down. Okay? Stop fucking around. I mean, it takes a lifetime for somebody to even get to know themselves just a little bit. And then those that are actively looking to get to know themselves, maybe half of their life, right? They work hard to get to that. Okay? Master self-development before you start fucking around. That's why in order to be a politician, you've got to be a shill. You have to be. You have to be. You have to be a soulless person, and you have to have no morals. Money is your God, which is, I get it. But you know what I mean? You got to have any kind of consciousness wouldn't let you sleep at night. And I'm sure, a lot of them do drugs. I know I'm going on a tangent. My thing is, we're so conditioned, left, right, and all this shit like a game. I mean, just yesterday, I'm on TikTok for a little bit. I've been studying how TikTok works. I'm studying a lot, preparing myself to get geared up to do TikTok. Obviously with my truth and my style, but I'm trying to figure out, how does it work? Anyway, I see a pop-up, and it's not the first time I see these two kids. I like that younger people are talking, politics, government, they're being involved, but it's like Team Biden, literally the one guy on the left has Team Biden, the other one Team Trump, or vice versa. Do you see the team? Just the word team. It's not a game, people. If their house was being under attack, they would not be on TikTok, and there would not be no Team Biden, okay? People, wake up. Anybody can talk about the news. You know I come with my perspective. Hopefully always with love and humor. And, this is for entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean. But I had an email the other day. So before I get into the news, I'm going to talk about Candace. You best be ready if you love her. Don't shoot the messenger. Candace, so God knows, whatever you guys talk, I'm going to look at your chat, see who's with me already. But I'm definitely going to be getting into the bridge, what I see, what I feel. We'll get into that. Candace and the Christ is King. Little, very important tidbit that's just a little tidbit, but it's huge. And I don't hear a lot of people or anybody talking about it. You know me. Look, when somebody talks about somebody else to me, right? Somebody I know, mutual friend, something, and I know some dirt on them. And I don't mean I got dirt. I mean, nobody's perfect. But I'm talking about fakes. I'm talking about leeches. I'm talking about blood-sucking shills, grifters. You go ahead. That's all I'm asking. Just be yourself. And then those who are into that kind of attitude, you know who you're standing by. But don't be like, oh, because I'm a fan. Again, with this idol worshiping shit, gotta stop. It's not even about religion. Anybody who I ever help, first thing to get to point B, anywhere you're at in life, whether it's emotionally, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's your job, career, first things first, the truth. Open your eyes, see what's going on. Then you know how to navigate. You can't be the captain of your ship in the fucking dark. I mean, maybe, once you've learned, when you've developed your own sense, where you can kind of, maybe without the stars, kind of figure out where you're at. Again, that's walk on water shit. But okay, see? That's like master, kung fu master kind of stuff. Anyway, so Candace, The Bridge, and Crowder. Those are going to be my main top 3 for today. Not because I think it's important news, that it's like the most important news. It's not about what I think. It's what I see through it that is timeless. We're going to get into it. But before I get into it, who's with me? Welcome. Great to have you. I am live on Rumble, on X, and right here on the boob tube. And a lot of people, I keep getting requests, and I love that you guys still want me to do music video reactions, but obviously if you don't watch all my videos or even become a member on Locals where I tell you everything, for a coffee a month, go join me on Locals. The link is in the description below, but I also put the link to become a YouTube member. That's specifically for music video reactions. Become a YouTube member. Granted, if you're a Locals member, of course, your requests get the same acknowledgement. But if you don't support me and you don't tip me and YouTube is not paying me, I can't say it enough. It's the truth. And I don't like to feel used or abused. I'm not some circus dog or some shit. I don't care. Whatever way you want to explain it. Okay? Don't you think I fucking deserve a coffee? The link is also in the description below. But it's true. It's a horrible feeling for people to like, do this, do that. What do you think? How many YouTubers have gotten extremely obese? They've lost their mind. Most of them quit because they're young and they're not mentally prepared for this shit. But see, I'm prepared. You're not going to hassle me. See, I see YouTubers get mad at their audience when the audience oh, I don't like this guest of yours. And they're always saying stuff. I'm like, they need to hire me as a coach because see, I care, but you're not going to dictate how I feel, especially when you don't pay me. You complain all you want. Oh, she talks too much. Hello, live stream. How many times do I say all the time? Is it not even written down there? Can't you even see that it says streams? Dude, if you don't know how to figure shit out, unless you pay me to help you, you feel me? This is free, right? Okay. And how many times you get free shit? Because nothing's for free. So if they're giving it to you for free, what's going on? You should be suspicious. And if I got to tell you to love yourself, but then I don't love myself by not saying, hey. Okay, all right, let's go. Who's with me before I get into Candace, The Bridge? I'll probably start with, Let me know in the chat. And guys, keep your comments coming. You know, your comments are my fuel. I do read them. I will respond, especially if you're commenting in the live stream. Please share this content right now. Let's wake people up. Let's get them all, shaking them up, give them some energy. Good energy, right? So the bridge and what I saw and what I felt with my mind's eye. But anyway, which one do you guys want? In the live chat right now, press 1 if you want me to start with Candace. 2 if you want me to start with Crowder. And 3 if you want me to start with the bridge. I wonder if I can keep myself up. Or just write bridge, Candace. What do you want me to start with first? I'm putting it on you because I don't have a preference. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, baby. But you know what? It's just like when you tell your kids you love your kids or your best friend, right? Your brother, your sister, your lover, your wife, your husband. You know what I mean? When you tell them the truth because you love them, okay? Right? Okay. You get me. Well, hello, Rocco. Great to see you guys. Make sure to comment. There'll be no peeping time. You know I'm on Rumble. How you doing? Become a Locals member. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share that too. I've been doing this whole coffee talk now. Wait, what's going on? Oh my God. Oh, you know when I open Windows to make sure everything's working, that I don't miss anybody anywhere, then I gotta mute it. Okay, first thing first. And then I'm going to explain to you and I'm going to show you a tidbit of what it was like on Locals this morning. Coffee with Olga. It's not the only thing I do on Locals, but it's I got to say, I'm enjoying it. And I think, matter of fact, I know you should join me for coffee. It's talk about real, raw. So hi, Rocco. 89. What do you mean 89? 89 bridge? What am I missing in the chat? Rocco, can you do me a favor? All I'm seeing is your text. Can you just pause for a second? Because honestly, it's not good either. If you do too many texts, I can't find things, I can't see things, and I get confused. But I know it's helpful. I'm sure you're putting all those comments in the live chat because you know it helps the algorithm. People find me, and I love you for that. That's awesome. But kind of late, I've noticed that with other people when they've done it in the past, it's a problem, and then I really get confused. At least let's wait till like a couple people, comment more and like skip it a little bit. Unless it's something that you must, like, oh, I can't hear you. And put it in caps or something like that. You guys can hear me, right? Are we good? Hey, Sama. Good evening, Olga and everyone. Good evening to you. Great to see you. I think you're in Egypt, right? How's it going over there? How's the weather? How you doing? How are you and your loved ones? All right. Well, I see a lot of viewers, but no, not all the viewers are commenting. That's fine. Don't be shy. You can just give an emoji. Come on now. But all right. Hey, Art Dunn. Hi from California. Hello. I appreciate you. You know that. Okay. All right. So nobody really said anything. So maybe, you know what? I was going to start with Candace. But let's do the bridge since it's like the top news right now. Now, let's see. Can you see what I'm seeing, baby? Oh. So sometimes I go in to see what's trending on YouTube, not because YouTube is the source of information, but for the purpose of doing my live streams, it's one thing that I will do in my morning routine. Besides, first I meditate and I pray and, I appreciate the day. I do those steps first. Then, after I get my coffee and my tea ready, then I start going, what's going on in the world? Okay, let's go. Where do I start today? So I want to see if this video in particular on YouTube, if it's the one. I'm going to show you what I saw. But I don't want to show you a video that somebody else probably edited and pointed out. I'm sure I'm not the only person that noticed this. Let's see if this video will actually play. Oh, this is too late in the video. Okay, you see this right here, guys? Do you see this right here? Do you see this little flare? And I believe there's another one here. Don't be looking at the ship. That's an easy distraction point. So, regardless, needless to say, right? Needless to say, I don't care. When you've done your thorough research, you can come at me. But I stand my ground that this was no accident at all. Like, there's not even a shadow of a doubt. Especially when our boy Ryan Garcia, who the tweet got deleted, taken down, but I saw it. Thank God people screenshotted it. Who hasn't seen the Ryan Garcia saying something bad, B-A-D caps? I talked about it on Coffee Talk this morning. So that's it. This is not up for debate. So this should scare us, but it's not about creating fear. This is about creating empowerment. Okay? So that these experiences, that these stories, that this thing that's happening, so that we don't fall for the tyrant's bullshit. Do you see what I mean? In layman's terms? Think about a football coach. That's me right now. You get that? Okay. Don't look here kind of a thing. You know what? It's not about the enemy. Because when we agree with the enemy, do you know what I'm saying? When we don't do shit about it, or at least avoid, cancel, ignore, not heed to their fake power, because hello, we know that we are the majority. They don't have any power. We know this. Come on, we know this. But I know. We want to be good little boys and girls. Okay. All right. I know. So you see that. Let me continue to play. Let's see if this video, because like I said, I figured every video you should be able to catch this. So I didn't want to pick one video in particular to suit my beliefs. That's why I just put trending. This happened to be on the top, and I'm like, good, because I was looking for a video about the bridge. See, in this video, there's been different videos, different angles. See, because you can't see this side. In other videos, you can see it. Let's see if they push it. Shut the fuck up. That boat hitting that did not make that collapse in those points at all. But yeah, of course. And who's this? Of course, the Wall Street Journal News. Like, they're going to give you the best footage. You know what? How about this insight? How about the fact that all these journalists, so-called journalists, bought and sold, right? I get it. Just like everybody else. Most people are afraid, and they will do anything for money, and they're afraid of, hello, with the jabby jabs. Horrible. But I get it. We get it. No judgment here. I got nothing but love for people, period. Even if I think they're losers, liars, this is who I am. I believe we're made to love. I think that's our real natural place to be. And that's truly where happiness, empowerment really comes from. Hello? Come on. Who hasn't seen some kung fu movies or just, any kind of like meditation, deep stuff like that, right? I'm just not trying to lay it to you really heavy. But we know that anger is not the source. It makes you weak when you combat, when you fight back to defend yourself. Okay? So that's where I'm coming from. Okay, in a nutshell. Let me see. I'm looking for another video real quick. Feel free if you guys have a better video for me. Put the link in the live chat. But I shouldn't take long. Let me see this. Of course this is ABC, but let's just see. Because of course they love to play the same shit, right? They love to use the same footage. Let's see.
In Baltimore.
Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what they have to say, the brainwashing. Okay, this is the aftermath. Okay, this sucks. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Because who knows? Maybe they even said something about it. Let me see. You know what? I bet you... You know what? How about... Wait. How about... You know where I'm going to find a better video, right? Anybody guess what I'm doing here? Anyone? Let's see. Let's see if X. Baltimore. Hey, look at that Baltimore Bridge. Okay, let's see. Hope you guys can see and hear me right. Okay, let's see if this one has anything.
You blocking! Bastard,
Oh, see, now you can see with these guys talking in the background. This is not one of those videos that they, but it goes so fast. Let's see. Guys, I'm going slow. Let's see. See if you can see the sparks coming on these two sides. You see where my cursor is?
Blocking! Bastard,
I wish I can slow-mo it on Twitter. I see the spark there, but so you can't look at both sides at the same time. So let me see. Now let's look to the right, or at least my right. Obviously, he's got it cut off. It's right there where it implodes. No! This makes me so angry. What the fuck? Let's go back to some bridge. Do you guys feel me? Anybody feel me? Anybody see what I'm saying? Look at this full video. Okay, Fakad Abbas. Full video of Baltimore Bridge incident from every angle. Now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking. Let's go. Let's see.
We're right next to the Key Bridge.
What the fuck?
Do you see? Do you see? Now, that was just my instinct. I had no proof. That was the first video I saw yesterday when it happened, or the day before. Was it yesterday? God, the days bleed in. You feel me? And what the fear in us should be that we are under attack in our country. Meaning, I don't have proof that if it's an outside, right? Like, say, Russia, whatever you want to call it, ISIS, whatever. This is allowed to happen. This is happening on purpose. Who was it? Was it George Washington? Who was it? Was it Lincoln? I think it was Lincoln, the president. There's only two types of people, of Americans. Not the left or the right, Republican, Democrat. Patriots and non-patriots. Okay? If you really love your home, even if you think you've never loved America, or you got all these issues with it, or, you're like, I want it to be more like Europe or whatever the fuck. If you want to keep the life that you have, you better become a patriot, baby. Especially right now, and be good with God, because they're both together. You don't like it? Then that means you don't like America and you shouldn't be here. Literally. You get that? You probably don't care for God, don't believe in God. You think you know everything. Your science is your religion. I get it. But that's not what this country was founded on. So that's what see what I'm saying? Do you see the connecting dots for this? This to me isn't just news. This is a big fucking message.
Like, all them people on the bridge just died, dude.
Oh my God.
I can't even believe how calm these girls are. Oh my God. Did you know what I mean? Like, how are they not freaking out? Okay, let's see the next video. Can you guys hear the audio? Of the person in the video, not me.
The Key Bridge sinking. The bridge is gone.
We're right next to the Key Bridge.
What the fuck?
Okay, guys. Okay. The vibe this is giving me, it's literally making me sick in my stomach. And I'm not easily affected. Like, I really do have a pretty fearless attitude because I believe in God and I don't believe in death. And I believe this world that we live in, this reality is not a reality, not a real reality, if that makes any sense. Without getting too into the rabbit hole. There's no way I could have helped people succeed or be happy if I didn't understand and let go of the lies and embrace the truth. One of the things that is the hardest is to know that life is really, in a way, not that meaningful. It's meaningful as far as to have an experience. Like they say, you're not a person or a human, but you're a spirit having a human experience, right? That would be one way to look at it, or at least to explain what I'm saying. But when you're fearless, when you know it doesn't matter, when you don't fear death, people can't control you, and you're also more receptive to the truth. So you make better choices, better friends, lovers, partners. Did you see how the ball keeps rolling, getting bigger and bigger? You get what I'm saying, right? Without lecturing you or boring you or anything like that. So this is making me sick because I know it's like finding out that your mother is planning on killing you. Is that a little too dramatic for you? But you feel me, right? The point gets, I drive the point home. You got me. Okay. So that's what I got to say about the bridge. And I'm not going to rehash it. I mean, of course, please leave your comments. We don't have to agree. I want you to talk. Let's open this conversation. Whether it's an inside job or not, I don't have proof. But my instinct, I listen to it. It never fails me. And it wouldn't fail you either. It works for all of us. We just have to pay attention and trust it instead of the science, which is funny because there's science about our intuition. Measured science multiple times, multiple studies. Okay. And everybody who knows, especially those people that act like they know everything or the preachers, they fucking know, but they're like, shit, why tell them? Then I won't make the money I make. Anyway, okay, I'm not even mentioning names. I already mentioned them during my coffee talk this morning. I'm telling you, I'm completely uncensored over there. And without makeup or whatever, however I show up. Just like if you were with me in the kitchen in any given day. Some days I look a little rougher than others. But, right? Who doesn't want real? Especially with everybody being fake with filters and shit constantly. I mean, aren't you guys sick of it? First of all, it's weird. It's creepy as shit. Talk about not wanting to live in reality and live as yourself. Man, that all it does is create mental problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not meant for this shit. Escapism should be like temporary, not a way of life. You feel me? Okay, porn hub. All right. Again, no judgment. Nothing but love here, okay? That's my take. I refuse to call leaders that are not leaders. I refuse to say politicians because they don't do shit about politics. They only serve themselves. So the cabal of that are literally, their religion is a dark religion. It's the king of this realm. So it's all materialism, okay? Because I don't want to give them too much credit by giving the S name or the D names, okay? I don't want to give them credit. But that's it. So, they're like, hey, either they believe that there's an afterlife and they're going to this place where they felt that because I serve this material God, that I'm going to be totally cool. Or they're just, and this is I'm more for the number two. They actually don't believe in life after death. So therefore they're like, fuck it. While I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the bridge goes, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Think of the Civil War. Just think of it. Just look it up. See if you can, everything's been squashed. Google takes shit down, because how are they going to get away with it if you're smarter than them? And they're stupid. They don't even fucking know. Ask any politician any real questions about history. They don't know shit. Most of them. Not all. Most of them. It's hilarious. My whole thing is ever since I was a kid, don't tell me what to do. And if you do, you better be smarter than me. Period. All right. Not that I'm the smartest. But like I said, if I don't know something, I go with my intuition. That bridge? And don't give me no conspiracy theory shit. Just watch it. Just clear your brain. Watch it one more time. Really ask yourself. Because as my stomach was turning, it's that, I mean, can you imagine what kind of, you can't. It's hard for people to imagine that, especially the leaders that they think that they voted for, that they really got voted in because you voted. This is why I'm on YouTube, because I knew this was the time that people are ready now. 20 years ago when I said it, 25, 30 years ago, it was crazy and they just thought it was fun. But it takes balls or ovaries, I don't care, cojones, however you want to talk about it. And yeah, you get laughed at enough, then you prove them wrong. Then they're like, oh shit. And then people are like, wow. See, because when you stop giving a shit about what they think, just say your truth. Put your 2 cents in there. That's what I got to say about the bridge. What do you guys have to say in the live chat? Maryland Bridge is on. Thank you, RP Herman. Again, not because you agree. I don't want you to agree. And I want you to challenge me. Like I said, I got no proof. I don't claim to have any proof, but I have no doubt. It's right here. In my God-given stomach. Nobody in the White House, nobody anywhere in this fucking world made this, okay? Because I used to have that argument with my parents. They're like, we own you. You got to do what we say because, we're your God here on earth. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, you didn't create your sperm and you didn't create your ovaries. Those eggs in your ovaries, you were born with them. Okay, let's see. Ooh, don't tell me. Isn't this a better way to get the news? Right here on the Olga S Show live. Okay. Now we're going to get into okay. All right. Are you guys ready? Because if you're Candace lovers, look I serve nobody but the creator. Or the people that are asking me for help. Or I see somebody on the street needs help. I run to them, whatever. Yeah, we should be helping people. Okay? That's, I think, our purpose, period, in the story. We're supposed to be united and helping each other and keeping that community. That's it. What's best for all of us. You know what I mean? Just give and give and give. That's it. It's very simple. Can you imagine what a wonderful society? There are small communities that are already doing that. Been doing it for a long time too. Bless them, bless them. Anyway, so yeah. Candace. I remember her saying this, and I don't watch Joe Rogan, but I just remembered my gut feeling when she first posted Christ is King. I knew who she meant. Jeremy from the Daily Wire, right? He's actually posted on X about it, whether it was this morning or yesterday, about how he was like, no, that's like a jab towards the Jays. And he's not wrong. I know, you would be surprised I would say that, but he's not. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that what she said was wrong or incorrect or illegal. She had the right to say that. But if we don't call these people and make them accountable, we're going to continue to live the same shit that we've been living for the last 100 years. Which is, no, Candace, or no, whoever, Crowder, whoever it is, Ben Shapiro, whoever it is, I don't care what side they're on, especially if you think they're on your side. You got to fucking wake up. You're not a kid. Okay, you should know Santa Claus isn't real. And if you know the history of Santa Claus, it's pretty nasty. In fact, I will even go as far as to say satanic. And the Easter Bunny, that too. Thank God for the internet that now people are starting to talk about it, share it. You could see. But this, because I've always wanted answers because I was locked in a convent. My parents were tyrannical, extremely strict. So I had to research and read books and go to the library and really dig in to defend myself. That's where it all started. But that's another story. So let me show you this clip of what Candace said. I'm going to play it a couple times because I really want it to digest. That these people will say whatever because they don't want to lose their power, just like MSM. Main alternative media is like Candace, Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire, all these people, okay? It's the same shit. It's the same human beings. I don't want to lose my gig, and I don't want to lose my power, my clout. The ego is like, It takes a very, very special human being, a big human being, like maybe like somebody like David Icke, who's been ridiculed so much that built his character. And you have a history of looking back and seeing this guy. Even if you're like, well, there's some shady shit. Who doesn't have some shady shit? But see, it's real easy to point out who's wrong. Listen, Alex, I'm all about somebody speaking their mind, do it whatever style you are. And if you have an audience that appreciates it, enjoys it, awesome, dude. But the day that Stu Peters was on Alex Jones' show, I already knew that Alex is, me with astrology. So Alex is an Aquarius. I get it. Like Trump being a Gemini. He'll change one side to the other like that. He does have two sides to him. I'm not kidding you. But, okay, Alex. Even after he went through that whole Sandy Hook trial, how they smeared him, how the free speech should have covered his ass, but there goes the corruption with judges. So I'm not for or against them. The truth is the truth. Let's be honest here. But when Stu Peters started talking about the Jays, I kind of like saying the Jays. It's kind of cooler. Plus, again, I don't want to give a certain group any credit, whether it's from the Dim or the Sate. Fuck, it's not the point. See what I mean? I'm not here to badmouth anybody. It's just, let's wake up. Let's get a clue. Ooh, right when I said that, I looked at the clock, which I never do during a live stream. It said 111. Anyone knows what that means? Woo! I'm feeling good today. Okay, all right. So, let's play this Candace clip. You ready, guys? Are you ready? Like I said, it's not about any hate here. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? It's not about hate. What am I doing today? Okay. So it's about the fact that if she used it as a shield to protect herself, to beat in the battle, like I said, I don't judge, and good for her. At least she says something on a positive scale, or just, energetically even. But all of a sudden she's doing all these interviews too on all these black podcast channels. Anyone? Like, come on. It's, it's whoever serves her. And I'll tell you the most disgusting part after I show you this clip that I don't fucking understand. I can't get a coffee from you guys or a membership to even show people you support real Americans, real people, real honest people with a universal background, with age, maturity, wisdom. What the fuck is going on, people? Oh, she says the things that I like. Oh, so I tell you what you don't like, so what? Oh, wait. I don't need the money, but she does? Oh, okay, no. Let me tell you first. So, of course, she does the Twitter thing, right, where she's like, I'm free, right? And immediately, she's posting that, follow her channel, this and that. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then right underneath it is, give me money. What the fuck? And her husband's loaded? Unless this person pays your bills or pays for your kids' tuition or anything or your medical bills, why are you giving them money? I want to know. Please let me know in the live chat and also in the replay, because how dare you, in the world where we are so choking to death here, why aren't you lobbying for them to stop putting, did you guys know about them calling it aquamation, where they want to cremate dead people and put it in our water? Most cities, some cities already, half of the cities already approved that. Okay, I can go on and on with this shit. What are you doing for America? And I'm not trying to trash Candace because she's a woman. If anything, I would defend her. I'm just using her as an example of how we are going to be empowered when we're fucking giving people that have more money than most of us for what? Of course, she started a locals page like I have a locals page, so that way people can talk to her, and that way, she can't be canceled there, uncensored. Totally. That makes sense. But on top of it, give me money? For what? Oh my God. Not to mention, I'm sure they paid her a nice little cut when they got rid of her, which, of course, the debate is, did she get fired or did she quit? I'm going to play this clip that I've been saying I'm going to play, and I'll tell you what my gut says. Make sure you guys can see what I see. Here we go.
So does he believe like Jesus came back to life?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He's an evangelical Christian.
So he believes that someone
She's talking
died,
about-
and then 3 days later.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's talking about Charlie Kirk, I believe. Let me just triple check right here. Why? What? How do I do this? I've been doing this for how long? Look at this. Something ain't right. Why is it not? You gotta be kidding. You know how many times I press the same button? Somebody's fucking with me because of what we're talking about. Shit. Here we go. I think Joe Rogan was questioning Charlie Kirk. I think he's an evangelist, something like that. Don't quote me, but so they're talking about him and his religious belief. Because I think at this point, this is like 5 years ago, and she was working with him, right? She was doing things with Turning Point USA.
An evangelical Christian. I'm not. Right.
Okay, here we go.
So I had this idea when we were talking, because Charlie is an evangelical Christian. I'm not. Right. I believe in
This super smart guy is an evangelical Christian.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
does he believe like Jesus came back to life?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He's an evangelical Christian.
So he
right?
believes that someone died,
Yeah.
and then 3 days later,
Yeah.
they came back to life, and that they walked on water and
Yeah,
healed
I
the
mean, you have
sick.
to. I haven't really gotten into it with him because I'm not the person that should ever be like debating or talking about
Right.
religion. It's not my like shtick, I guess. But so what I said to him, because me and him both believe that.
Anyone? Are you
In many ways,
on, one
it's
more
not like
time.
I'm not the person that should ever be like
it's not that she
debating
said it
or
once. It's
talking
that
about
she
religion.
never used religion in anything, any post I've ever seen her videos or podcast interviews or anything. Okay? It only happened when Ben Shapiro was coming at her with the whole support for Palestine instead of Israel, that kind of a thing, right? You know. But for me, it's all about free speech. I don't have to agree with you. Just have this free speech, all of you. Debate it, hack it out. Great. That's what we need. That's what works. That's what's healthiest for all involved. But here, I was like, when she said Christ is king, I'm like, she doesn't mean it. But I'm glad she used it. It's not a bad thing to say. You know, it's not negative. It's empowering in some way. So that's, you know, there's a positive. There's no negative. But yeah, did I see it as a jab towards the Jays? Absolutely. That's exactly what she used it for. That's exactly. But then, you know, I believe that during all the smears and attacks that she's gotten, that she's probably has leaned into her Christian, you know, background roots or any belief that she had in God and Jesus to empower herself. That I believe in. But that she's like, you know, here, just come on.
Religion's not my into a thing because I'm not the person that should ever be like debating or.
Now, one thing is that you can say, well, she's just saying she can't debate about religion, so you don't really know much about your religion. No, she really just, again, watch her, listen, get the tone in the conversation. It's not that she doesn't know enough. She doesn't care. That's not her thing. She's not passionate. She's not necessarily somebody that is driven by faith. And I love her choice of words. Shtick. Do you understand this? So her shtick was conservative, right? First it was Blexit. Remember blacks? Do you see what I'm saying? I love that she has a voice and that people can relate to her, and she's very, you know, articulate, well-spoken, but I don't think she's an idol. I don't, okay, I'll go even further to say, she doesn't have my back. She doesn't have your back. She doesn't have anybody's back. She's got her back. She's doing her. You enjoy it? Great. But that's what she's doing. So at the end of the day, you know, even if she doesn't need the money, because she doesn't, she enjoys this feeling of power. And people need to make people accountable if you're going to have them as your representative. Which is, let's see people interview her about her religious belief. And how, does she go to church? Did she go to church? Like, let's go down that route. Yeah, I do believe that she used Christ as king as a good, by the way, comeback. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not, and again, no judgment, but just
talking about religion. It's not my like shtick, I guess. But so what?
very dismissive. Now, you could also say, well, this was from years ago. And she's changed a lot, like most people change a lot when they have children. That's number one, especially women. Absolutely. I'm sure she's much more mature, but you don't go to faith. Now here comes again the same connection I've been making. That I do believe now, because of all the smearing and all the attacks, that good for her if she has, gotten closer to God and Christ, Yeshua. Because remember, J didn't exist before and it wasn't in the Bible. Never was. King James Version for you, honey. Does anybody know anything real about King James? I'm telling you, that's one thing about TikTok, that now they're finally saying stuff that I've been saying that everyone's like, I'm like, just do the research. But even before we had the internet, who was really going to go to the library like this dumbass? But anyway, when I say that, it's because I wanted to figure shit out. I wanted to not make the mistakes that I've seen people make around me. I wanted to, even when I made the mistakes, find out, well, how did I do this? I thought I read and I studied and I worked so hard to do everything right. And yet still I got squashed. And coming up with all those answers. So like, I'm sure, I would think that Candace is going through that, where she is, finding any source of strength. And again, it's very easy to have it too when you have a husband like hers backing her up. And I do believe that they're actually in love. Yeah, that's another instinct I do have. Yeah. I don't think it was fake. It wasn't a business arrangement. Not kidding you. And I'm happy for them. But, yeah. Now, I'm trying to think, like, did I really make it very clear to you what I'm saying here? Because it's not about talking bad about Candace. It's a fact that this girl, what started her out? I think it was even before Blexit, or maybe it was during Blexit or after Blexit. But it was around the beginning of us finding out about her. Because remember, her whole story is that she was assaulted or something, or talked bad about from her ex, I believe. Anyway, it was the whole, where she's like, you know what? Everyone was like, oh, you're black, you should be the victim. And she didn't feel right with that. That's good. That's self-love. So she's got a good beginning. But at the end of the day, she has to, it's like she keeps jumping around. Again, I would call her an opportunist. And I don't think she's as strong as the people that back her up and pay her. Because when you find out who somebody really is? When they lose everything. You know what I'm talking about. So, maybe I'll come back around with the Candace thing. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, all of a sudden this Christ is King thing, and everyone that is into Christ are just following her and supporting her like, we're Team Candace. Look, the best thing she did for herself and for all of humanity that I will never take away from her is the moment she said, your Judaism does not trump my Christianity. And this is not what I'm saying, has nothing to do with religion. It's called, okay, now that's a good example. Somebody who stands up fearlessly. Stand your ground, both sides. We don't have to agree. But that little rabbi guy, what's his name, Barkley or whatever? He was nasty. He was thieving. Didn't help himself. If I was his PR rep, or his coach, you know what I mean? I'd be like, don't do this. Do this. Like, so he laid it out, man. Like, he put it right there for her. Some people are just sore losers. But yeah, did you see what I'm saying? So the standing up for free speech, getting uncensored or censored, all that. Amen, sister. But the Christ thing, and the money, okay. Before I jump on the Crowder conversation, For those of you who followed me, or you should look up my playlist, or like, in the search bar, go Crowder, see all the things that I said about Crowder. And it seemed like a lot of people, especially those who are totally into Crowder. See, I can appreciate people and know what they're good for. And I will never get out of my way to attack them. But there's no fucking way that if I don't think you're a victim, that I'm going to be like, oh, no, not happening. Okay? Because I'm not doing you any favors. And the same with me. You guys don't give me. Some of the comments that I get, and I'm not the only one on the internet that gets these kind of comments, I'm sure, are similar. But, people are just nasty to be nasty. There's no reason to tell me anything nasty. You don't like my shit? Go on, move on. At least give me constructive criticism. But when you're being nasty, ooh, I pray for you. Because life is not easy. So if you're living life in the nasty zone, I really have much compassion for you. But I'm going to call you out. You're not going to be no fucking victim. The rational text, and what you said, if the majority believes in something fully, they will consider that truth, and quote, ooh, I like this. Oh, guys, if I don't see all your comments, you got super chat me. I'll get to it. The majority believes in something fully, they will consider that the truth, and quote, and will ignore actual provable science to their benefit, diverting falsehoods back towards the people who challenge them. Well, the rational Texan. You guys, I'm so grateful to have you in my audience. Rumble. The other thing that's been happening weird on Rumble, I'll get 2 subscribers, lose 2 subscribers, get 1 subscriber. What the fuck? And I'm like, really? Do people change their mind that quickly? Is Rumble doing something to me? What's going on? Guys, help me out with Rumble. The link is also in the description below. Make sure to subscribe because I've seen where Rumble has to unsubscribe me on other people that I follow, just like YouTube does. Right? Mr. Oh, the better alternative. Dude, the only alternative is us. Hey, are done. Thank you for the super chat. Preach, Olga. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Amen. Open minds and eyes. And I like that you put it all in caps. That was awesome. Thank you. I needed that. I was at the trucker it was a caveman. Steve, how you doing? I was at the trucker protest and you could feel the spirit in the crowd and fully believe in God. Yes, I could. Oh, Mom, I'm so jealous and I'm happy for you that you did that. And I wish I was there, but I did feel it even if I wasn't there. So I can imagine. Yeah. No. Now, Crowder. Again, if you're a Crowder fan, don't get your butt hurt. Okay? Who's already seen this story? Oh, shoot, that's right. I was going to talk about P. Diddy, too. Oh, God, guys, I got to go. I can't. I was going to talk about the Crowder, and I don't want to rush to P. Diddy. But tomorrow's guest, because this guest that I'm having tomorrow, I can't wait. I don't want to tell anybody because I think that they might have to reschedule for health kind of situation. I'll explain it tomorrow when I find out, but I'm supposed to go tomorrow live. I'm definitely going to go live whether they cancel or not at 12:30 tomorrow. But I can't wait to tell you who it is. I'll be sharing it on Twitter and whatnot. But I'm thinking that we're going to cover probably all this. We're definitely going to cover P. Diddy. So don't worry about it. That's why you got to stick around and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Come on, who's a rock star? Oh, it doesn't work in this mode? Isn't that funny? You know how I find that out, right? Anyone? What's going to happen? It looks retarded. Hey! See? You got to be like a little kid. That's the secret to happiness. Act like a kid, no matter how old you are. All right. Okay, what's going on with this dude? So, again, like I said in the beginning of this live, and I've said in other live streams that I've had, I didn't find out about Candace or Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder until 2020, until the lockdown, right? And whenever things pop up or people talk about the people, I'm like, who's that? And I look it up. I really look it up. So I go to where did this person start? What's their background? And then I start watching, and then I'm like, why are people watching this? And then I can see why. And then I'm like, oh, it's not my cup of tea, but okay. I'm a little more informed, right? So here's this guy who didn't know or who did know that he had an NDA. Remember Owen Benjamin also worked with Crowder. Again, I wasn't watching him. This was all after this. This guy was gone in 2020. Or at least when I started watching it, mid-2020. So what do you guys think about this? Because for me, Alex Jones posted about how, he's got the docs, which, oh, shoot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Well, I'm not going to play for this whole video because it's a long video. But, so Jared Monroe is defending himself, in my opinion, to Steven Crowder. Now, I do understand people with money, people with, a platform, a big platform, right? Somebody famous, celebrity, an influencer, like Alex Jones, can get easily attacked, extorted. We know that. But once again, this guy, okay. This is going to be a little bit of a bombshell. But I remember saying this again in one of my lives. I don't know. You guys can look it up. Let me know. Tag me, timestamp it. Because I would love to find some of the stuff I've said. I just can't. Don't have time. Need help. Need directors. Editors. Remember with the whole Hillary, his wife, ex-wife, I guess now. And I kept saying, there was a video. I shared it that before he got married, he was confused about getting married and having kids. He didn't really want them, was scared of them. And because he struggled with being bisexual. Now, you could be a conservative and be bisexual or gay, whatever. Like, we don't care, right? You guys said it to me during those times that I did mention that in my live stream. But to me, it wasn't the point. It was the fact that he acts like he's this moral, demigod. And that was the issue I was having. He's an entertainer. I don't know why you're looking at him like he's the real sense of morality. I could clearly see that he's a performer, and that's it. That's all I kept saying. Then the whole wife thing happened. Then I reacted to that video, and everyone, of course, especially men, are like, oh, you don't know the whole story. Listen, once again, there's body language, there's infliction. Even if she was playing the dumbass victim, which I'm sure there was a little bit of that, but it doesn't matter. He chose to talk that way. And he knew he had cameras in his house. It's beyond narcissistic. The guy's got weakness. Plus, he's a Cancer. Again, you know me with astrology. So I think he's very protective for his weaknesses. But then, and when he even admits his weaknesses, that's why I thought, okay, I can see why people are following him in there. But it's when he started, especially during COVID, especially when he's constantly trying to make conservatives think that he's the man with his, with his carry-on, right? The right to carrying concealed weapon. You know what I'm saying? All these manly things. Dude, it's like a guy with a small pee-pee, in a big car or a sports car, an ugly dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even talking about ugly. I'm not talking about just fat and bald. I'm talking about the guys, just like women that are out there, men and women, that are just so nasty that they're literally repellents to the opposite sex. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you're overcompensating. But again, I always ask my instinct. So my instinct is like, no. This guy, if you watch him for entertainment, that's it. But as far as you should put him on check about his morality and his hypocrisy, period, in the story. And he'll be a better entertainer and a better performer for you. Do you see what I'm saying? We're helping each other when we're admitting to the truth. And then they can't hide. Do you see? And it's happening everywhere. But we're so used to, he said, they said, blah, 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 right, left. We got to get out of that shit. Now, I had a feeling that he's more gay than he is bi. And again, conservatives, right people, whoever you are, right? Nobody really has a problem with that. Nobody cares. It's your business. The problem is that just like if somebody's claiming they're being sexually harassed, right? And you have to prove it. And, he could be easily accused, falsely accused. We know that. It's a hard thing to deal with and to do. But that gives you an insight when somebody has that. If they're pretending not to be gay or bi, think about it. At least if they're gay, then somebody, and they openly gay. And then all of a sudden somebody could be like, oh, you know what? Maybe what he had happened with this, certain employees that he had that then left, whether it's just politics, whether it's just business decisions. But people catch feelings in business all the time. People catch feelings with their teachers. People catch feelings with their psychiatrists and therapists and so forth. You feel me? You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You try to do if you're smart, you just, what they say, you don't shit where you eat. So, but Crowder, there was a thing with the whole Jared thing that even when David Landau came out and said, look, this is a contract he gave me, I thought it was very unfair. And you try not to slander him. The guy's an upstanding guy. So I follow David. See, if you're a good person, I can bear watching you, even if I don't think everything you say is funny. But I respect you and you're giving me good vibes. The rest of them, they're not giving me good vibes. And it's their duty to stand to what they preach. You feel me? Okay. So here's this clip. Anybody seen this today? Shout out to Tree of Logic for posting this. So without seeing this video, I had a feeling that something was really different with Jared and him versus anyone else he's dealt with, that he's cut ties with or left him or have a sour taste in their mouth, to say the least. The Jared thing. I'm like, I think he's in love with Jared. I've been thinking that, been saying it. Maybe I didn't say the word Jared, like I didn't call the person's name out, but I'm like, there's something like this guy. The same with Hillary. He hates Hillary because she has seen the side that he will not let anybody see because it doesn't fulfill the image. And that's why he was ruthless with her, and he still is, in my opinion. Again, I don't have the documents, I'm not behind the scenes. And I'm not defending people. It makes sense, people. Let's grow up. Now, you tell me what you see in this video. There's no audio. Tree says, see, I told y'all Crowder likes ding-a-ling. Crowder can't help himself just for Hillary and Jared. Oh, justice for Hillary and Jared. Yeah. Whether it's drinking, whether it's drug. Just even look at the way Jared's reacting. Ooh, I'm afraid to tell you, you know what? See, the boob tube can't handle this. And if you're not willing to become a member, then you can't handle it either. And you don't deserve to hear what I really saw in my head and what I really thought. And I will be proven right because I don't open my mouth unless I'm fucking right. Do you know where I'm going at? Anyway, become a Locals member. Become a member here on this channel. Because I'll send you the link when I do go over there. But there was something between them. I'll say that much. Without getting into details here. I'll give you details somewhere on the Locals. But let's just say the one just kind of fell into it, maybe got drunk, wasn't thinking straight, kind of got, or taken advantage of, you know what I mean? Or kind of like he pulled a Diddy on Jared. And then Jared's like, oh shit, what did I do? But okay, dude, listen, whatever happened last night, I've been there. Anybody been there? I didn't mean it. I was drunk. I apologize. But guess what? Once that person, if they had that moment and they felt in their mind, in their brain that was the real deal, they don't give it up. I can't tell you how many. I mean, I got tons of story. Maybe I'll share some of them here with you guys on the boob tube, but definitely I'll tell you over on Locals. Matter of fact, I got to go. But I will be doing a restream on Locals today, maybe in like, what time is it? I think I'll be able to get back on 2:30, maybe sooner. But let's root for 2:30, the restream for this stream, and I'll give you details, uncensored, unfiltered, raw. But yeah, Crowder's going to come at him, and I understand that it looks like, you know, and you know my background, right? Interpreting for over 2 decades in court. So I know how much time and money and excruciating pain it's like to sue, countersue. So if Jared is right, but see, Alex posted that Jared, you know, he kind of was like, people were commenting on the post. You know what? Let me look it up real quick, because I don't want to like have you guys like guessing or anything. Not that you guys can look it up on your own, but Alex, let's see. He wrote, let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to peace out. But like I said, I will do a restream on Local, so become a Locals member right now, today. You see my screen? Okay, here we go. So see this? Steven has the documents and they are damning. So it sounds like Steven, like Jared is fucked up. Like he's the bad guy, I guess. He's not really defending himself. I had a similar things done to me, and in the end, it only backfired on the perps. And I'm sure of that. But I'm going, I immediately was thinking, so you're saying that, you know. But again, remember, Crowder and Alex are buddies. But I don't think Alex would lie for him. The only time that Alex really made me want to throw up, which I forgot to actually confirm that thought, was when, remember when the Stu Peters was there and he was like acting like he was basically showing that he was afraid of the Jays. That he knew that if Sandy Hook didn't take him down, that the Jays would. That's a fact. And when you see that level of control, I can't support that guy anymore. And honestly, unless he's coming out with breaking news that he's the first one to say something, I'll be like, okay, man, hey, thanks. Thanks for doing your job as a journalist. But as an American, as a patriot, but I get it. Again, it's the fear of I'm going to lose everything or they're going to kill me. But he preaches that he doesn't care. And that moment, he could have put his money where his mouth was, and look what he did. That's it. Okay. And what's this guy say in this post? Alex, may I ask, I guess you siding with Steve or Jared? I can't quite tell. And he says, read the documents, right? So here's an article. Making sure you guys can see this. Anybody see this? And again, this is not about talking bad about Crowder. It's like the things that they do behind the scenes. Like, we've already seen how cancel culture does work, meaning, actually, let me take that back. I don't believe in cancel culture, and it's a horrible thing to do and say. But to boycott a product, a company that you know doesn't care about you, that's empowerment, and that's our duty. Just like their duty to serve us, not to pretend to serve us. So Louder the Crowder has filed a lawsuit against former employee Jared Metello, also known as Jared Monroe, or Not Gay Jared. Isn't that ironic with the gay thing? That's his little stage name. Accusing him of engaging in an extortion scheme with Steven Crowder's ex-wife Hillary and her family. Now, without me reading the documents, I'm being totally transparent. I'm telling you that Crowder can't get over Jared. You feel me? That's all I'm going to say for now on this channel right here on this live. I'll give you all the deets in my live stream on Locals anytime, all the time, baby. Not that I won't read these documents, because I will, but I can't really say that I read them because I didn't. And I really want to read them and pick it apart. And I'm going to highlight some parts of it. And hopefully tomorrow my guest will be able to make it. If not, I'll still show up and we're going to get into this and the P. Diddy. And I'm not doing it because I already know the government is trying to distract us. The bridge was already planned. The distraction is don't worry about the bridge, because let's talk about P. Diddy over here. They could have raided him last month. Nah, but they raided him now. We know, man. No one could say that it's fake. But I get it. If you're just trying to get to work every day, take care of your family, your own stuff, your cat, your dog, whatever it is, I get it. It's just too much. It's hard enough just to live normal life. But every time we go to the supermarket, every time you pay electric bill, whatever, everything that we go through, that we're slaves to. In order to not be a slave, the first step is to know that you're a slave. If you can't come to terms with that, Houston, we got a problem. All right, guys. Woo, thank you for hanging out with me. Like I said, for more over on Locals, I'll see you in a little bit. 2:30 for sure. I'm pretty sure either before or by 2:30. The restream over on Locals. Link is in the description below. I think I also put in the live chat. Do comment. Make sure to smash that like button. Smash that like button. Share this content. Sharing is caring. And until next time. Oh! I did want to show you. Well, guys. Okay. I know. No! See, look at me. I changed my mind. Forget it. I'll show you what I was going to show you tomorrow. It's my coffee talk on Locals, how we crack the fuck up over there. Because again, it's like you really being in the kitchen with me. Okay, all right. Okay. Much love. Thank you so much. Until next time, restream over on Locals, and I'll see you tomorrow.